Hello, Swear Nation. Welcome to the Swear Word. I'm your host, Brandon Swear. Hey, regardless of your spice tolerance, this is the place for you. This is where we're going to discuss everything from the world of hot. And coming up tonight, we have 3 sauces on deck for hot or not. And we have 2 guests here in the interview segment that we're going to dive into some Stanky Sauce origins and much more. So, hey, by all means, if this is your first time checking out the show, glad to have you here. Looking forward to, sharing everything from the world of spice. But, hey, episode number 21 starts now. All right. Hey, welcome on in. Glad everyone's here. I see the chat's already going wild. Glad to have everybody, in the chat being active. Once again, hey, this is a live show. So by all means, jump in the chat. Let us know if you have any questions for our guests tonight. Let us know if you've already tried some of the hot or not sauces, what you think of the hot or not sauces. And by all means, there's going to be a game. Why don't you play along? Obviously, we're going to have our guests do their selection, but would love to know yours. Did you side with one guest? Did you side with both guests? Let us know. Most importantly as well, this is, as we said, a live show. So by all means, being able to have the overall engagement and sharing this with other chili heads is huge. So please share this around. Let everyone else know. And man, up tonight on Hot or Not, we have three sauces from Tres Guapos. We have the Fantastico, the De los Guapos, and the Tres Guapos. So, man. And then after that, I had already mentioned it as well, we have the Stanky brothers in here. So we're going to be talking Stanky Sauce and getting into that and, where we can find them, what the future looks like, etc. And, yeah, fun game. We have Keep 5, Cut 5. So it's been customized just for tonight. So hope everyone's enjoying this, and let's get on over to Hot or Not. All right. So up tonight, we have the Fantastico. We have the De los Guapos, and then we have the Tres Guapos. So we're going to go ahead and start with the Fantastico. Just kind of taking a look at what we have going on. I think this would be a fair starting off point because it should just kind of get going from there. But all right. First of all, if you are new to how we end up breaking sauces down here, I don't do a 1 to 10 scale. What we end up doing is I have it broken down into 5 categories. That's heat, aroma, flavor, versatility, burn. I take those 5 categories, add them up, divide them by 5 to get our total swear word rating. So, and once again, I know I hadn't mentioned this in a few episodes since, but just to make sure everyone's tracking, the way I break down heat and burn are different. So heat would be what that initial punch is, the first 30 seconds that lets you know the sauce is there. Burn is where it sits, where it lingers, and how it lingers. So first of all, let's get into Fantastico. So give it a good shake. Get my spoon. All right. Man, amazing aroma right off the bat. Good, healthy pour. Wow. Okay. Let's talk about, first and foremost, the flavor on this. Creamy, almost smoky, bold, savory, just these little micro explosions all over the mouth, right? Great flavor bouncing around here. Heat. heat on this one. Man, if you are new to the sauce game and say maybe you're not really eating anything too spicy, by all means, this is a great sauce for you to dive on into. It's got a little bit of heat, but nothing that's going to really put you under. Once again, definitely would say this is more of an entry into the spice game. Now, if you're a chili head, this is going to be very mild. It's got the great verde flavor. It's got great complex flavor, savoriness. So let me go ahead and get some stuff jotted down here. So as far as the heat, like I said, not going to be anything too crazy to hurt you, but just enough to let you know that it's there. Aroma. I kind of talked about it a little bit, but overall, it's got more of an earthy note. And all in all, it's kind of a little bit, it has a little bit of earthy, kind of smoky note right off the bat. Nothing too crazy. Let me get that here. All right. And then versatility. Versatility on the sauce, man, it's not going to destroy a lot of, it's not going to impede on the flavors that you're already having going on in your dish. It's going to complement what you have going on. I can definitely see myself using this on sandwiches, pizzas, burgers, chicken, you name it. I can see this thing going on just about anything. Once again, probably not a dessert style sauce because it's definitely not a dessert style sauce. So I won't be using it there, but hey, everything else is open to it. So let me go here on versatility. And then burn. Burn on this one's not too bad. It's not really, it's kind of just a little bit in the mouth, nothing too crazy. It's not attacking the throat or the chest or anything, but as to be expected, being that it's a verde sauce and it's going to be, it's not made with just insane super hots that you're going to find, right? So overall burn, respectable, noticeable, but not going to hurt you if you're brand new. Once again, if you're a chili head, it's going to be very mild on the burn. So just a little bit in the mouth. Let's do that. And all right. Oh, goodness. All right, here we go. Let's get this handed on off. So as producer Jeff gets that input, I'm going to go ahead and read you the ingredients. Here's the fun. I learned the ingredients the same as all of y'all. All right. So here we go. Smoked jalapeno. That's where you're definitely getting that smoky aroma, smoky taste, kind of that bold complexity that comes out. So you have the smoked jalapenos. You have apple cider vinegar, kosher salt, and xanthan gum. Very, very, simplistic ingredient list, executed well. You don't always have to have everything in. You don't have to throw the whole kitchen sink into a sauce in order for it to really sing. Not to say that, having a lot of ingredients is bad, but, there's definitely different levels to, how you do it. It's really about the art and of the delivery, the packaging, and everything. So all in all, great color on the sauce. I didn't talk about the, got a little on the outside of the bottle. Didn't talk about the consistency. So the consistency on this sauce is going to be kind of a medium thickness, right? It's not runny. It's got a little bit of, chunk to it, if you will. Not chunk as in, it's got a little bit of thickness. We'll put it that way. It's not chunky. It's got some thickness to it. So all in all, man, I'll be definitely throwing down on some tacos with this. So here we go. All right, for Fantastico, we have heat coming in at 2.7, aroma at 3.8, flavor 3.85, versatility 3.9, and burn at 2.8, for a total swear word rating of, boom, 3.41 swear words. So, hey, Fantastico was just that. So let's dive on into De Los Guapos. So I have since misplaced my knife that I loved for many years, so now I will use my other clunky knife to get a nice cut. I know I'll find it eventually. But let's get on in here. Give it a good shake. Man, it's got a great color going on. Once again, about the same level of consistency. Maybe a little bit thicker than the last. Not by much. All right. Wow. Bold, bright, but also it's got this initial nice, I'm starting to see a pattern here. It's very savory. It's very flavorful. It's got a nice presence up front. Let me go ahead and start jotting some stuff down here. As I was expecting, it is just a touch hotter than the Fantastico. So, but nothing too crazy. So if you're brand new to the game, you're going to see this as being just a hair up, if you will, like a notch from where the Fantastico was at. But from a flavor profile, if you're looking for something a little bit more bright, kind of a little bit more, man, almost more like a summer vibe that I would get from this sauce. This is definitely where you're going to want to check that out. Heat, let's jot that down. All right, aroma. Let me get another whiff here. You definitely picking up the overall pepper smell to the sauce, and then almost a citrusy crispness to the sauce itself. So it's very, very much the aroma is matching a lot of what you're picking up from a taste standpoint. So let me go ahead and get that jotted down here. And then versatility. Once again, on this sauce, you're not really, you're not losing anything on a versatility side from, say, the Fantastico. I think the pairings and availability of what you can use this on, once again, very, very much balanced in that field. So not much limiting you from using the sauce. So burn. A little bit more on the back of the mouth on this one. Nothing that's really going to, if you're chili head, nothing that's really going to burn you down. It's got a great flavor, great burn to let you know that it's there, but it's not going to be anything that's going to wreck you if you're a chili head. If you're new to the game, you're going to find this one, like I said, a touch hotter than the Fantastico. I would say this is going to be more of a medium if you're new. So let me go ahead and get that jotted down here. And we'll get this handed off. All right. While we're getting that input, let's go ahead and put the cap back on so I don't spill. We're going to dive into the ingredients on De Los Guapos. So this one is smoked ají amarillo. So this has ají amarillo peppers, apple cider vinegar, kosher salt, and xanthan gum. Once again, very straightforward, very much a, not needing too much as far as ingredients are going. Great overall, great overall use of ingredients and really knowing how they all pair together and making the sauce nice and balanced. So kudos there. Let's see, that's... boom. There we go. Get that nice and in the frame. Yeah, no, love the color of these sauces. All in all, great visual appeal from the labeling to the color of the sauce to the pour. Everything's very nice and satisfying in that sense. So let's get this. All right. From the De Los Guapos, we have heat coming in at 2.85. We got aroma at 3.8. We have flavor at 3.8. Versatility, 3.9. Burn, 2.9. For a total swear word rating, boom, 3.45. All right, 3.45 swear words. Let's get on over to Tres Guapos. I would, based on this being the name of the sauce company, I would also assume this is probably more their signature sauce, the thing that got them started. But hey, you know, we'll have to ask and find out. Man, if I could do this without. All right. Overall, great color, amazing aroma. Let's get this one going. Very much matching the overall viscosity of the last sauce. Just a touch more, say, than the Fantastico. All right. All right. Amazing flavor on this one. It's almost got like a nice creamy note to it. I'm trying to think of what that reminds me of, but ultimately it's got this creamy kind of savory thing going on. I think honestly, the De Los Guapos has a bit more of a bright nature to the overall sauce. It definitely, this sauce definitely lets you know, it's a touch hotter than it's been a stair step across, right? So this is definitely going to be way hotter than, say, the Fantastico, but it's a touch hotter than the De Los Guapos. So let me get some stuff jotted down here while we're talking. Versatility, not to sound like a broken record, not something that's going to be limiting by any stretch. Man, honestly, I think I would see myself using this way more towards the tacos and towards the pizzas and stuff like that, because of the overall hold on this sauce. It doesn't seem like it's just going to spill out and run away, more like say a straight kind of vinegar style sauce would. So I would definitely lean towards that. Also on sandwiches, I would lean probably more towards using this there because of the overall viscosity. So let's do this. I would say the heat, not anything too crazy. Once again, your chili head, you're probably going to see this as a mild medium in that ballpark range. As far as the aroma, let me get that jotted down. We already talked about that a little bit. And then flavor. All right. Pen is not wanting to work with me tonight. Okay. Let's see here. Thank you. All right. 3 there. Okay. And then burn, we'll go with... All right, burn on this one. You do have a little bit more on the back of the mouth. It's just a touch on the back of the throat. Nothing too crazy. All in all, I would say all of these sauces would be very reasonable, favorable. If you're definitely starting out, if you're a chili head, you're going to get the great flavors. You're going to get the notice and the touch of heat, and also the pepper flavors that you're going to be able to taste that, say, someone just starting out is not going to be able to taste those because they're going to be, your tolerance really isn't going to be there. But all in all, phenomenal sauces. Let's get that down here and hand it off. All right. So let's get these ingredients right off here. So this one, on the Tres Guapos, we have smoked Fresnos. All right, so we have Fresnos, so smoked Fresnos, distilled vinegar, kosher salt, and xanthan gum. So that would be, I guess, the difference that I was picking up between the two. I couldn't really quite put my finger on it, but now reading the ingredients from the two, with the other two having apple cider vinegar and this having just distilled vinegar, I would definitely say that that's the difference in the overall flavor profile that I'm picking up here. Once again, still that creamy, savory, kind of smoky taste going on. But all in all, great sauces. Highly recommend picking those up. We'll have the links for, Tres Guapos down below in the description. Head on over there and check out their whole line. I believe there's 3 other sauces, if I'm remember correctly, that are more of a seasonal rotation. So definitely check them out. Let's get this input. All right. So for Tres Guapos, we have heat coming in at 2.9. Aroma, 3.75. Flavor, 3.75. Versatility, 3.9. Or 3.89. And burn at 2.9. For a total swear word rating of 3.44. All right. Hey, that's been hot or not. We've had 3 sauces here from Tres Guapos. We had the Fantastico, the De Los Guapos, and the Tres Guapos. Go check them out. Links for everything will be down below. But let's get on over to the interview. Hey, Eddie. Hey, Eric. How's it going?
What's up? ¿Cómo está, hermano?
Digging the hair. Okay. Nice hat, nice hair.
Do you know what Tres Guapos means?
Oh, no. Go ahead and educate me.
It means 3 handsome guys, which is like, that should be like the name of this episode.
That should be the name of this episode.
Yeah. I think my brother's frozen.
Yeah. It looks like you might be frozen a little bit there, Eric. Maybe it'll work itself out here in a second, but we can still hear you. So digging the Stank Sauce headband there, or bandana. I mean.
Yeah, Stank Sauce, good buddy of ours. Love his stuff. So I'm repping Stank Sauce up on the bandana, and then the T-shirt is Sauce Leopard, another great company out there based out of Colorado. Good friends of ours, and we just try to make sure that we support our boys out there.
Very nice, very nice.
And I got Halogi, my Halogi
there we
shirt
go
on today. So got my boy Nick Curry. So yeah, man.
Nick
always
is
supporting each other where we can.
Oh yeah, no, most definitely. And the overall atmosphere and relationship that everyone has in the sauce game in general is just it's so refreshing. It's so nice to see. Just the love, the respect, the helping hands everywhere. Once again, hey, Nick, nominating y'all to come on was phenomenal as well to tee this whole thing up.
Oh hell yeah. I love that guy.
But if Eric, while we were getting going, if you wanted to, you could probably just try to call right back in and see if that fixes your video.
Yeah, let me try that out.
If you don't want to, we can roll.
No, let me try it out.
Okay, cool. Well, while he's getting that all hooked up, I wanted to take this time to say thank you for everyone that's jumping in. Glad to see all the new faces in the chat, going wild, enjoying the chat, I see. And overall, man, once again, if you're just tuning in, this is a live show. So if you have any questions, by all means, feel free to reach out, shoot them in there. We'll get them on the screen and get them rolling. We also will have a game towards the end that definitely want everyone to be able to jump in and have some fun on that. But while we're waiting, I guess we'll dive into how did Stanky Sauce come to be? Where did all that start?
I'm gonna take this off because I'm like burning up right quick. So just I thought it would be fun, and then I went like 20 minutes with that, and I was like, oh my gosh, that wig was wild. So, so Stanky short for our last name, Stankiewicz, as you could see, and our little name tag there. So growing up, just kids call us Stanky. We embraced it really early on. Something that could have been used against us. We just say, hey, Stanky, so just call us Stanky. And I always wanted to, well, Eric and I always wanted to kind of create our own company, our own brand, and we just didn't know what to do. And the funny thing I tell people is like, it's always right in front of you, right? And we just never thought about it until one day I'm at the dinner table with my dad, and I'm like, Dad, I really want to do something with this Stanky name. I just don't know what to do. Like, do we do a clothing line? But what the hell do I know about clothing? He goes, as he's eating hot sauce, because we always have like 5 to 6, 7 bottles of hot sauce on the dinner table. He's eating on a chip. He's like, why don't you just make a hot sauce? Make it for yourself, and, you know, other people will like it. It's like, oh, shit, and I'm going to call it Stanky Sauce. And then, you know, that was 2018. And here we are 6 years later with an actual brand, company, flavors, everything, you know, the works. So that's how it came to be. Like, again, hot sauce has always been a part of our lives. Spicy food's always been a part of our lives. And it was always just right there in front of us, just saying, hey, what's up? And we just never. Eric says he had to restart his computer. It kicked him out. So he'll be back in a little bit.
Oh, okay.
So,
no
but
worries.
we could keep it going. Yeah. So that's the story of Stanky Sauce.
Okay. Yeah, no, I mean, I like the way that you've, you know, there's 2 ways you can always go about it. You can either keep trying to run from, you know, whether you're trying to hide from a name or nickname or something that you're given, or you can just embrace it. And you definitely took the embracing route. It's almost that 8-mile approach, right? You just went ahead and threw everything out there and you just embraced it instead of, you know, trying to hide from it, if you will. So no, I'm loving it, and it's a great fun name too, you know, for the sauce line and everything you have going on. I'm liking it. So as far as the logo, where did y'all come up with the monkey?
So there's 2 elements to the logo. The actual monkey itself. Let me see, I got it right there. So we got the monkey, and then we got the actual logo, the Stanky logo.
Okay.
So the monkey was my favorite animal is a monkey. My favorite color is purple, and I told my artist, I was like, this is what I want, but I need to make sure that the hair is kind of like Super Saiyan, like Dragon Ball Z style. So it's kind of like a flame, but it's also a cartoony and approachable. I don't want it to be like, you know, the devil or anything like that. And now I can't see myself. Can you see?
Yeah, we were flipping.
It freaked me out. Yep. Oh my gosh. So, you know, and that, you know, he came up with that. A fun fact about it all is that growing up every summer, our parents would send us to Colombia because we're half Colombian, half Polish. And we'd go to Colombia to be with family. And one year, I'm telling my uncle a story about, you know, how I love monkeys and my obsession with monkeys. So the very next day, he shows up at my other uncle's house with a monkey. He went to the black market and bought me a monkey. So I had a pet monkey for a whole summer in Colombia. Hey, there he is. And yeah, so we called him Mickey the monkey, and you know, we've loved monkeys ever since. We're at Animal Kingdom today at Disney World, and we're looking at the tamarins and the gorillas and all the apes and monkeys, and I was just like fascinated by just these creatures. They're the coolest things. They're cool pets too. Kind of crazy, but they're cool. And then the pill logo where it says Stanky is actually when I was given the nickname Stanky in 7th grade, I would actually draw something like that in my notebooks. Okay. And then I just kind of passed it on along to an artist buddy of mine and said, hey, can you kind of just refine this? I want it to be like a pill, so it's continual. There's a lot of like elements into there, but there's kind of like a nod to Nintendo in there. Bring a little nostalgia with that logo. Also with the monkey, his name is Stanky now. You know, there's supposed to be a little nostalgia as well that kind of brings you back. It's funny when people come up to our booths, if they say Dragon Ball Z, I'm like, okay, you're from the 80s, 90s. If they say Treasure Trolls, They're like, the 70s and 80s. I'm like, oh, you just aged yourself, because a lot of people call it treasure trolls. All those trolls are popular now again with the animated movies. But yeah, it's always funny when people come in and try to
Yeah,
guess what it is.
that's funny. Yeah, no, I definitely I'm digging the overall logos, the presentation, the presentation you'll have on the bottle alone. Just obviously each label is so appealing. You can see the effort, the thought that goes into the design. So y'all are definitely crushing it on being able to
Thanks, man.
visually, steal the attention of everyone that walks by or sees it.
Thank you.
Yeah, yeah.
Appreciate that.
So I guess now that both of y'all are here, I'll go ahead and ask who got into the spice world first.
That was me. So
Okay.
I think Eric is now kind of opening up a lot more into it. That's the short answer. Our mom used to make like this homemade salsa style spicy thing concoction growing up, and I always just challenged her to make it a little bit hotter, a little bit hotter. And Eric liked it because it wasn't like just a burn your face off type of thing. It was just a great compliment to a steak, or some chicken or anything we were eating. But when we came up with the brand, we wanted to come up with our identity and what our mission was. And we want to be everybody's first hot sauce. We want to be
Okay.
the introductory hot sauce. We want to invite people into the world of spicy foods and then unleash them on all the amazing hot sauce creators that are out there. So, but everybody remembers their first, their first love, their first everything. And
Yep.
those that come that are scared, that's what we're here for. We're here to be like, don't be afraid, try this. All right. And as you build your tolerance, now I'm going to send you to booth, 99 over there, and they're going to light you up. So, but yeah, that's what it is.
Okay. Okay. As far as Eric, I guess for you, what's your as far as your current heat level preference? Is there a certain pepper or certain heat range you like to operate around?
Yeah, I'd probably stay around a habanero Scotch bonnet, somewhere in between there. I really enjoy the Scotch bonnet. I love the flavor of a Scotch bonnet. It's funny because I've never been one of those people that can even bite into a pepper. And now, whenever we craft a new sauce, I always try the ingredient to make sure that you can get the flavor out of it. To make sure we get those complementary flavors. And Eddie has some great videos of me. Not having a good time biting it straight into a pepper. Um, but the Scotch bonnet's really good, and that's usually like the highest that I'll go right now.
Okay.
I just recently tried a spicy shark, one of his six fins. I can't remember. Eddie, what's the name? It
Mako
was the one that was on
snake,
Hot One. Mako snake.
Mako snake.
Um, that was
Very nice.
delicious. It's more of like a curry style sauce, and it has some pretty hot peppers in there.
Okay, okay. Yeah, the Scotch bonnet in general is a phenomenal pepper. I also like the Bohemian goat, which is very much along the same lines. Uh,
Okay.
both very fruity peppers, great heat. They're all about the same, I would say, across the board. Between the Scotch bonnet, the Bohemian goat, and the habanero, I would say they're pretty much the same. But flavor profiles completely different. But the two most close, I would say, are the Bohemian goat and the Scotch bonnet. So no,
Nice.
it's that's not a bad pepper to be floating around. So yeah, okay. Well, you touched on it a little bit, but I want to go ahead and dive on into whether this be other sauce makers that are out there, or cuisines like growing up, or whatever it might be. Where do y'all find inspiration, idea, for the products y'all currently have slash going forward?
You want me to take that, Eric?
No, I could take it. So I think it's a little bit
Yeah.
of both. So we love to eat. We're definitely foodies. Growing up in our household, we'd always try new things. We'd always expand what type of cuisines we would get into. So yeah, that does influence us a lot. A lot of the flavors that you get from our cultures. So you're gonna notice that a lot of our sauces are kind of fruity. So you have your mangoes, you have your pineapples in our sauces, the orange in our barbecue sauce. But absolutely, some of what some sauce makers are making out there. You have some really badass sauce makers, man. You have some people that are playing with some flavors and just really bringing them out in such unique ways that it's hard not to get inspired by them. But a part of it is really how do we take that and how do we make it stanky? I think if you've tried our sauces, you would see that we do have a persona. We do have a specific style that we go with. Um, and how do we just turn that into what our flavor profile kind of is?
Okay. Yeah, no, I definitely I could see that being a heavy influence. And to your comment of the overall really, I mean, I guess the strengths in each different sauce maker and the way that they approach it. It's also very fun and fascinating for me to be able to be, since I'm not a sauce maker by any stretch, but to watch the start. So like say, release one sauce and that's your kind of your signature sauce for a while. And then all of a sudden it's like the creative juice is going and you're getting your next one. And it's really that growth trajectory and seeing the creativity flow that in its own self is also very, very awesome to watch and just be a part of. So,
And when you go to people always tell me, "Oh, this person over here has a mango habanero as well," and we're like, everybody's take on a mango habanero. It's a very common profile, a very
mhm.
common combination, flavor combination, but everybody has a different take on it. And I one's not better than the other. It's just a different approach to how to make that one. So sometimes you'll get people that will come to our booth and be like, "Oh, I love a mango habanero. I want to try yours." And they're like, "Yeah, I have like 12 of them, mango habaneros in my pantry, and they're all just very unique. Still delicious, but very unique."
Yeah, it's that labor of love and craft that goes into it, much like the overall thought that goes into the presentation of it all. It's like a beautiful thumbprint signature, if you will, to the overall sauce.
Absolutely.
So, I guess I'll ask a question that would be a little bit more geared towards either both of y'all. So whoever's wanting to answer that. Actually, hold on. Just popped back into my head. I was going through y'all's socials earlier today. I had gone through it before, but one in particular caught my attention, and I didn't even piece it together until the comment at the end. I don't know if it was the last one that popped up or whatnot, but it came on and it made me chuckle. Finger guns are a great dance style. And it was one that you're sitting there at the booth, and at the very end, you're just firing off. I mean,
I love it, man.
overall, I mean, the atmosphere at these, events, festivals, everyone calls them different things, but overall feel for it, energy. I mean, speak to that. How is it whenever y'all are getting out to these, whether it be different states, different cities, etc.
Each one's very unique. Each one's completely different. You go to something like the Fiery Food Show in New Mexico, and it's just a little more. It's just a different vibe. It's more of a trade show, and then you still have fun. But then you go someplace like the Illinois Hot Sauce Expo or the New York Hot Sauce Expo, and it's a very much a party vibe. So each one's completely different, but I think it's the vibe that we bring to it. Also, same with the other sauce makers out there. We our previous work experience, we learned that it's all about that experience. What's the experience that your customer is going to have when they come to your booth? You see our colors. We're bright. We're energetic. So it doesn't need to just be the tent. It needs to be a reflection of what you're going to get from our sauce. It's bright and energetic. It's a reflection of what you're going to get from us. We're bright and energetic. And one thing with the finger pistols is I'm very I get nervous. I don't really love being in the limelight, and Eddie always just kind of catches me off guard, and I don't know what to do
Yeah.
with my hands. So boom, I just shoot him off, baby. We're
There we
just
go.
going.
There we go. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. A little Shooter McGavin.
Uh,
I love that you
I
brought
love
that up. That's
catching him
funny.
off guard, and he'll do the finger guns, and then I'm still recording, and he's like, "What do I do next?" And then he just starts dancing, and like he'll go through some of them. I mean, he for the most part, I love to capture moments. I just got a new phone, and I think I sent half a terabyte worth of like pictures and video just from like last year alone into the cloud. And every time I could capture my brother just being himself or being silly, it's just like it makes me smile. So it's like pure entertainment for me. So I have to share it with everybody, right? So that's my approach to it, right? And he
Yeah.
always does the finger pistols. It's funny that you say that because he always does that. Yeah,
It's my signature move.
It's
yeah.
great. And y'all bring, just from talking to y'all here, seeing what y'all have done as well.
There it is again.
The energy that y'all have, and it's great because you often hear about people that work together in a family setting, and they're like, oh man, never work with family. But no, y'all have like this great upbeat. Y'all clearly enjoy working together. Bringing together the creativity. Like y'all are crushing it. So definitely.
Thanks,
I
man.
mean, is that probably one of the better parts of working together, is being able to work with your brother?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I will still tell people don't work with family.
I
Um,
agree.
it's tough, but we grew up. I mean, obviously we're brothers. We grew up side by side. We went to school together. We slept in the same room side by side together. All our inside jokes are together. So when it comes to getting into someone else's head for something, we can do that, right? And
Yeah.
in a good way, and it really helps us challenge each other on this, because this is not just a business where we threw something together. Our name is on it, right? Our identity is on this, and we are both committed to what is it? Upholding the integrity of our name. And so we both understand, and although we might argue, it doesn't last long.
Yeah.
And if you go into any type of business setting or relationship setting and everything is like perfect and, as some would say, hunky dory, there's something wrong there.
Yeah.
Because you need to have those clashes, because that's how you challenge each other, to just think outside the box and do something new. So it's the funnest thing for me, is to just be able to work with my brother. So
All right. Yeah. Yeah. No, definitely. And to that point, iron sharpen iron. It's a whole. I can definitely see it.
mhm.
You're pushing each other, causing the creative juices to flow, saying one idea, trying to. Yeah, I can definitely see that. To that point, I'll say, because I know, just trying to make sure as far as time for the game, creativity wise, where do y'all, is there, I guess those will be two-parter. First of all, creativity wise, do y'all have anything in the works planned for upcoming, whether that be sauce? And then are y'all attending any events here soon?
Yeah, absolutely. So we have a few sauces in mind, two that are already in the R&D process. They're going to represent Florida.
Okay.
We want to, we have one's a collaboration with someone around here, but we're starting to get a lot of traction from local businesses wanting to collaborate with us on many things. So there's a lot of things that are still kind of ideas. Initial meetings have been set, and now it's just a matter of if we can make it happen. Not if we can make it, it's when we make it happen, and prioritizing, and then reprioritizing things that we had in the works because something's coming up. So we do aim to have two new sauces for our summer tour. at least, and then hopefully another barbecue sauce as well, because apparently we figured something out with barbecue sauce, and some people have told us, hey, you should just focus on barbecue sauce. It's like, no, we'll do both. So and then we have something fun coming up next week with a special collaboration. So stay tuned, because that's going to be like super awesome. You're going to want to check out our IG and our socials for that. So what was the other part? The inspiration part, right?
Well, do y'all have any events that y'all are attending here soon?
Oh, all right. So we're going to start off our summer tour and the Tupperware of Destruction tour, which for those who don't know, that's what Steve Seabury calls his whole line of events. So we will be at every event. So if you attend all of them, you're just part of the Tupperware Destruction. So July 21st and 22nd, Joliet, Illinois, probably our best show, the one we just love the most because people are just so awesome to us there. Then 2 weeks later, we'll be in Portland, Oregon for the Portland Hot Sauce Expo, which was an amazing show and overall the best, financially, the best show we've ever done as a company. So we look forward to being back there. We have a couple local shows in the state of Florida. We have the biggest market, outdoor market. It's a 3-day event coming up in down south, Delray Beach. So it's a 3-day market. It has like over 400 vendors. They basically shut down all of downtown, and it's crazy. So we got that coming up. Yeah, but PDX is going to be wild, man. Okay. Illinois is going to be crazy. Then you're going to catch us at the New York Hot Sauce Expo in Brooklyn, at Industry City. We'll also be back in Nashville for the Tennessee Hot Sauce Expo. I do plan on being at the Chili Pepper Fest up in Pennsylvania, Bowers Chili Pepper Festival. So look out for that. And we might come back to Atlanta. We're not sure if that's going to happen because it was a first-year event last year. Okay. But, we were in Fiery Foods just a month ago. That was a ball, man. That's always a blast hanging out with the boys out there. So, yeah, those are the events you could find us across the country.
Okay. Are y'all, I got to shamelessly ask since it's in my backyard and I'll be there. You going to be at Zest Fest at all?
No, not this year.
Okay.
Yeah, we it's on our calendar and it's something I want to do. But I don't think we'll be able to I wanted even to just go as like just to attend. But there's another event that it's not hot sauce related, but it's business related that we might need to attend that weekend.
Got it.
So that's kind of like, but we hope it's good. We're excited to see what happens with it at this new venue. I know a lot of people at Fiery Foods are like really excited for it and like, hey, are you going? Are you going? Are you going? So a lot of people that are Fiery Foods are going back. A lot of our buddies are going to it. It's funny because they ask us for advice on it. It's like, I've never been to it, man. I have no idea. So, but I hope to be in Austin though for at Austin Chronicles at their hot sauce festival this summer. So one of our team members, Shane, that you'll see him at a lot of events. He lives in Austin, so he's in charge of setting that up. So we'll go out there. It's a 1-day event. It's supposed to be a wild, nonstop, like just slinging sauce. And when I say nonstop, they say you have 3 people out there just nonstop for 6 to 7 hours, however long the festival is.
Okay. I'll have to check into that one. I'm not too familiar with it, but
yeah.
Let's dive on into the game. That way we can have a little bit of fun to ride this one out.
Hell yeah.
So. All right, as we're getting the board set up, I'll go ahead and explain what's going on here while we're getting the screen and the board and everything going. So we brought back this is Keep 5, Cut 5. So for y'all in particular, I have crafted a scenario case. So I'll explain each picture as they're here pulling up, but ultimately Y'all don't have to pick the same thing. You can pick different things if you would like. And it'll be you're keeping 5 and you're cutting 5. So first off, I'm gonna make you pick between your children, if you will, on a sauce. And so we have. So here I'll go through these. So we have 2 sauces, and then we have 2 seasons. So in particular, we have here fall, and then we have summer. Then we have 2 sports, so football, hockey. Definitely plug that one in there on purpose. And then we have 2 destinations, forest or beach. So
Easy.
we'll roll through this, and we'll start it off. Who wants to select a keep or a cut first?
Okay,
You go first,
I'm
Eddie.
gonna. All right. I don't have to go in any order, right?
No, you don't have to go in any order.
All right. We're keeping the forest for vacation.
All right, keeping the forest. All right, and so just so you know, the one that's I'm looking down at my screen, even though I can just look right here. Anyways, the one that's it's all colorful. That's pool floaties, and that's a pool. It's just up close. It was something I thought reminded me of summer. So
Okay.
give you some context there. And the one with the right above it, that's another one actually. So that is so that one and the one to the right. So one is being alone or being with a whole bunch of friends and family. So do you like to zen out by yourself, or do you like to be with friends or family?
That's tough.
Is that what we have to choose now, or you're just kind of
No. I was
explaining
just
the-
explaining it. I forgot.
Okay.
I forgot to explain those 2 photos. I explained everything else that was on there. So
It's funny because I would have chosen the beach over the
I know
over
that's
the
why I
forest.
started with that one first, and
yeah, I mean, y'all are
you
able
could
to
choose
pick
both?
separate ones. Yeah.
Oh, okay, got it.
Yeah, I choose the beach.
Okay. All right. So we got another one for the beach. All right. So there we go. All right. Next up, how about I just make this? We'll pull this here because we have hockey and football. I know that y'all have something going on with a certain hockey team. So this might have been just plugged in
We
here
love
for
the
that
Solar
purpose.
Bears. The Solar Bears are great, and I have gotten such an appreciation for hockey. If you've never been to a live hockey game, they are so much fun. It's a great time, but I've always been a diehard football fan, and I just love football. So I'm gonna
Okay.
have to choose football.
Okay. Eddie,
And
are you the
in
same?
that category, I normally would go with football, and we actually we worked with the XFL last season,
Okay.
with our local XFL team too, but they cut that team. So, I'm gonna go with hockey because, yeah, I grew up in the '90s, a hockey fan, and then I kind of just lost track of it until recently, and now working with the Solar Bears has kind of like reignited that. Um, and I don't know why football has gotten a little boring for me lately. So it's just hockey seems new and fresh to me, so I'm gonna go with hockey.
Okay. Nothing wrong with that. I honestly would have picked hockey. I still pick hockey
Yeah,
any day of the week. I
yeah.
stopped watching football in like 01, 02 time frame. So, but yeah, no, definitely diehard hockey fan. All right. Kind of world's your oyster on what you want to pick next or cut.
I'm gonna pick fall.
Let's start cutting some things actually.
Okay, let's cut. Damn, it's hard to cut. We've always grown up with family, so I'm gonna cut the being alone. I think
Okay.
Eddie would agree with me on that one.
Yeah,
Okay.
100%.
Um, I
I'm
damn, I
gonna
like.
cut summer.
All
Yeah,
right.
I would cut summer too, because summer's hot as hell here in Florida. So
I feel you there with the Texas. It's a little bit different climate wise on the humidity aspect, but I feel you there on the
yeah,
heat.
man, you walk
Oh,
from the front
can
door
I
to the
also cut
car.
the beach? Like me personally, can I cut the beach?
Yeah.
Or yeah, I cut the beach. Get it out of here.
All right. And then let's see here. The hardest one is definitely going to be between the two sauces. Can you
that's
pick
why
your
I
favorite
kept it
child?
last.
I'm going with Solar Flare over Mango Habanero.
All
I'm
right.
gonna have to agree.
All right. Solar Flare
Yeah.
wins that one. It's the top sauce. There you go. Yep. And then that one down. Okay. Well, I mean, we got one more to cut, but I think that's the board, actually, because I think y'all have already voted on fall unanimously, and I think y'all have also voted on being together. So really, that's the game right there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No, fall's in. So everything's been selected. Everything that's selected has been
That's a cool
selected.
game.
Yeah. It started its origins with Keep 5, Cut 5, and it was peppers. And then last episode was Keep 5, Cut 5, and it was particularly honed in on challenge products that had been done by last week's guest. So, yeah, I felt like this was nice and fitting given kind of y'all's overall vibe of what y'all put out on socials, etc. So,
Love it.
I just want to like comment on some of the people here. Like, I love my alone time as well. Eric knows that there's moments where it's just like I tell him, hey, my phone's going off for the next X amount of hours. Whether I'm just like driving around or playing video games, watching TV, just whatever it is, like alone time is so important. So I feel you all on that alone time stuff. It's great. I even go to Disney World by myself times. I don't know if that's considered alone time because I'm surrounded by hundreds of thousands of people, but to me, it's like alone time. I don't know. It's weird. So
no, that makes perfect sense. I mean, you have no commitments to anyone around you, if you will. So it is alone time in that sense. So the other
mango habanero is also delicious.
Oh yeah. Well, I mean, I'm not saying that what you cut is not preferred in any manner. It's just a matter of someone's got to go, and unfortunately, in this game, mango habanero had to go. But with that being said, I have been starting to. The other X was to go also on alone because both that agreed that alone time was out. There you go.
Nick Curry just joined the chat. So
hey Nick, there we go. Glad to have you here. Overall, one thing I've been trying to incorporate in the show's the last few times is really honed in once again on the very specific, vertical that the overall guest is in within the world of spicy everything. So, being that y'all are sauce makers, I want to have this moment teed up just for y'all to give a tidbit of information to someone that's either starting out in the sauce game or thinking about getting started, something that you would give as a tip for that individual.
Yeah, I'll do that. First off, just do it. It's one of my favorite slogans. It's a Nike slogan, but it can't be more true. Don't wait around. Also, don't worry about pleasing everybody's flavor profile, their palates, because you won't. So make sure you love it, that you believe in your product, and just do it. And it's as easy as that.
Very nice, very nice. Well said there. And I guess from this point on, it's really just where can everyone find you? I know we'll have all the socials and everything plugged in down below. But for those that are just listening to the audio only version, plug away where they can find you.
All right, you can find us on all socials at the Stanky Sauce. So the Stanky Sauce on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, X, YouTube, Threads, any other place that has some sort of thing. We are the Stanky Sauce, so we made it easy for everybody to follow us. And you can check us out online at stankysauce.com. We got all our sauces up there available for to purchase. You know what? I was listening to Roddy's interview the other day, and shoot, I should throw out a coupon code for your listeners to use as well. If that's cool with you, I'll make that go live. We'll use the same exact code, swear.
Okay.
So that, I think that would be a cool thing, so that everybody will know that they could always use swear with anybody that comes in and wants to offer a coupon code. So I'll make that go live today. It's not
Okay.
live just yet, but if that's okay with you, we'll do 20% off all regularly priced items online. And yeah, Eric, I don't think I missed anything else, right?
No, man.
All right. Well, hey, I know the listeners are definitely going to be, loving the extra savings that they can get. Definitely jump out there, take advantage of that, and grab yourself some Stanky Sauce. But there's only one thing left now to do, and that's to nominate who you want on the hot seat. And since there's two of y'all both get to nominate someone, and it doesn't have to be the same someone.
Eric, you go first.
Oh.
And just know that they've already had Nick, Roddy, Sam. So because those are probably the first.
Don't know what happened there, but it looks like whenever Eric froze up, we all froze up for somehow. But all right, so I had just asked who y'all were wanting to nominate, and then I saw that you were talking, and it dropped on our end. So hate to ask it again, but who would you like to nominate?
Yeah. So Eric was gonna break the internet with his nomination, and that's what happened. It was that good of a nomination. So he says Sean from Sauce Leopard.
Okay.
And get both of the Leopard boys and talk about the Leopard Lounge.
Okay.
So that was Eric's pick. My pick is the Maletta boys. So Bob and Derek, Gangster Mike, what is it? From
Prison Mike.
Prison Mike. He had the Prison Mike look going on. So I dropped your recommendation of Sauce Leopard, so I told him.
Yeah, man, they're cool dudes.
Okay. I think we're back. So if Eddie wants to give his one more time.
Okay. It looks like we're all now fully back. So we got Eric's. So Eddie, if you just want to briefly mention yours once again, that way we can clean up the recording and then have it seamless.
All right, cool. So my pick is going to be the Maletta family. So Bob and Derek Maletta. Bob is the dad. Derek is the son. He's basically running the business now, and they just have they're just such a cool family. Bob is a trickster. He's a person to talk to. He has so much experience. Just you could just talk to him about anything, and he's going to answer you. So if you could get them both, get them both. So that's my pick, Malettas.
All right, let's wrap this up.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, hey, you heard
it's a good choice.
I'll be reaching out, if not tomorrow, then the next day, to get some time squared away and find a time that fits both of our schedules, and we'll go to town on that and get that all plugged away. But by all means, it has been an amazing time. Obviously, there's so much more we could dive into, and I'm looking forward to having y'all back and getting a little bit more into Stanky Sauce and what's going on. So, hey, once again, thank y'all. It's been amazing, and we'll have to do this again.
For sure.
Thanks a lot, man.
Thank y'all. All right. Well, while rotating in, and definitely check them out there. You heard it too from Eddie and Eric. We will have promo code SWEAR active for all SWEAR citizens to be able to use on Stanky Sauce website. So links for Stanky Sauce, all socials, website, everything will be down below. And I'll make sure to add that promo code to the description. So get you 20% off, grab some sauces. Hey, grab quite a few sauces. 20% off, why not grab quite a few? And overall, man, I really appreciate everyone staying active in the chat, really, making this live show just that. It's a full around overall user experience. Definitely check it out. Share this around. Let's get more chili heads involved in the show and get this thing growing, get in front of the right people. But definitely definitely want to say thank you to all the Swear citizens. So, hey, couldn't do any of this without podvision.io, so definitely check them out as well if you're looking to start a brand, grow a brand, figure out how to get unstuck. Like, this is definitely where you go for all of that. It really makes it pain-free and easygoing. All you have to do is, be yourself, and everything else fits together. So definitely check out podvision.io. And hey, episode 21. Can you imagine that time has been flying by this fast? I know I can't, but all in all, thank you, everyone. And hey, everything from the world of hot. This has been I'm Brandon Swear, and this has been The Swear Word.